Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mike Kollin at crackedfemalecode.com. Former fighter, boxer, kickboxer, national and state champion, wrestler, championship football player, martial artist since I was 4 years old, spoke at Hewlett-Packard 4 times, real estate trainings. I'm an NLP trainer, master hypnotherapist, master practitioner of timeline therapy, certified and trained in Reiki, Huna, pranic healing, and also a communication expert. Studied psychology at Arizona State and studied under Tony Robbins, Dr. Richard Bandler, Dr. Tad James, and a lot more. All right, guys, let's get to it. So one of the things that I specialize in is what's going on the unconscious level. What I like to focus on is the differences in how men and women are hardwired neurologically, why women believe things that they believe. Because to men, it sounds absolutely insane, but guess what? It's the same way around when it comes to women understanding men. But there is an answer for both of us. So on these talk shows, there was another talk show I just watched. I don't remember if it was this one. It might have been. Yeah, actually, I think it was this one. It was another show with different women on it. And one thing you hear on all of these talk shows where men and women are arguing, going back and forth, they are unconsciously expressing the way they are wired neurologically. So this is literally how they perceive the world. It's like they can't not see it that way because that's the way men and women are wired. Humans are. So one of the things is that the subject they're talking about is how women are all about independence. And of course, this guy's saying, oh, well, don't you think that ruins a relationship with a man because men don't want independent women, blah, 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 blah. And it's just a back and forth thing. So let me tell you what it sounds like. It sounds like you've got a bunch of men that are just desperate. They make $1 million a month. They make, $10 million a year. And they still get divorced and the wife still cheats on them and all this stuff, okay? Essentially, what they're really saying is men realize they have no power when it comes to relationships anymore, and we don't. The only power we ever had over women was muscle strength back in the caveman era. Now, as we moved into the modern era, by the time we got to essentially the mid to late 1800s, we couldn't just smack women around. So by the time 1975 to 1980 rolled around, there's a couple things that happened. Number one, women got the right to vote back in, it was 1891 or whenever it was, okay? So there's women's suffrage, and then there was 1891, and then there were, that might have been the industrial age. Sorry, I'm getting my dates mixed up. But the women got the right to vote. And then here's a really key important factor. Women got control over their bodies when it came to getting pregnant. This gave women massive freedom. Now, as a guy, you're thinking, what are you talking about? What is that? Think about it. Before that, okay, imagine 1930s, 1910, 1850, 1945, 1955. If you got pregnant, how the fuck were you going to survive if you were a female? It's not like you could go out and get a $50,000 a year job. Not back then. If they got pregnant, they needed a man to take care of them. And that's the way it's been all the way back since the caveman era. So we are in a new era. And if you keep trying that dumbass bullshit, because it's totally bullshit, and women aren't fault, they're looking at you like, yeah, whatever, dude. I can literally start an OnlyFans account and I can make easily $100,000 a year, if not $2 million a year. Women can go to college. Women can become doctors. They can become lawyers. They can have their own law firm. They can do all kinds of things. They can run for office. They can be vice presidents, as we have now. They can run for president. They can do anything you can do and make as much or even more than a man can. Fact, women have been outthinking men for over 60 years or longer. A woman doesn't even have to have a job to survive. She can get pregnant, she can get on housing, she can get on welfare, she can make you pay for it, and on. In fact, that's one of the female strategies: is get pregnant on purpose, lie to him, tell him you had your uterus taken out, tell him you had your tubes tied, tell him you're on the pill, and then not be and actually have the ability to get pregnant, and now she's got an 18-year payment program. And now you're fucked. The difference between men and women is women have been lobbying in Congress with their laws, with their attorneys, with groups to change the laws in their favor. And they've been doing this for over 100 years. Women are smart. Men are dumb. What have men been doing for the last 100 years? Nothing. Just thinking, oh, they'll never get anywhere. Not only have they gotten somewhere, the pendulum has completely 100 degrees swung in their favor. It's all the way over pointing towards them right now. But it's about to fall. So here's the deal. Women got the right to vote. They got the pill, which gave them power over their bodies, which means if they got pregnant, they could control themselves from getting pregnant. Now we have abortion. So even if they do get pregnant, they can get rid of the baby. Okay? So there's some... Now here's the other factor. Now women can go to college. Now they can get degrees. They can start businesses. They can work in the corporate world. They can make $100,000, $150,000, $200,000 plus dollars a year. They can make millions. Now here's the final kicker. Computers. Computers are the ultimate and complete equalizer. A woman, any woman, even if she doesn't have a high school degree, she can sell stuff online. She can start her own internet, her own website. If she's determined enough, she can easily do any of these things. Women do not need men for money, a roof over their head, and food on the table any fucking more. And you have to face the facts. You have to look into reality. Otherwise, you are fucked. And most men are fucked, and they fucking know it. So here we have these talk shows. What these men are doing is they realize, even if they don't want to look in the mirror, if they don't want to look at their own face, they don't want to look at reality, here's what they're doing. They're trying to negotiate from a position of having zero power, $0, and zero influence. You could make $100 million a year, and you know what? She's going to divorce your ass and take half of it anyways. It does not fucking matter. If you think having 100 million, 200 million, $1 billion, it doesn't matter. She'll just take your fucking money. So the minute she gets sick of you, she's gone with half your shit. Now take a look at this guy, right? And all these other guys doing these podcasts, right? They don't know that they don't know that they don't know. They don't fucking know. And women have been trying to tell it to men for fucking centuries, literally thousands of years. And it falls upon deaf ears. Here is literally what these guys on these podcasts are doing. They're saying, well, here's the rules. This is what it says biblically, or this is the way it used to be, or this is the way it was. Now your words are falling upon deaf ears. She's looking at you like, whatever, dude. And then there's the whole, but don't you think that this is the way things should be? And but don't you think? And they're looking at you going, you know what? Fuck you, motherfucker. No, I don't think that at all. They're trying to negotiate from a position of zero power. Zero. There's nothing that men have that they can offer women now once they lost the financial war. And you have lost the financial war. She doesn't need you for money anymore. And that's a reality you are just going to have to face in the fucking mirror. So these guys are desperate. They're on these podcasts, and men in life are going, well, yeah, but this is the way it should be. And it's like, God, you have no idea how, dumb. It's like, okay, it's like walking up to a Ferrari dealership and say, hey man, this car shouldn't be this expensive. This car should be like the price of a little Honda Civic. They're gonna look at you and be like, are you fucking high? Get the fuck off the lot, you fucking dumbass. Right now, you are in a position of powerlessness. You have no power. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Bill Gates. I don't care if you're Donald Trump. I don't give a fuck who you are. You've got zero fucking power. Now, they make it worse. They literally tell women, but here's what the rules should be. This is what the rules are in the Bible. This is the way the rules used to be 25 years ago. Here's the thing that you guys don't understand. That's zero negotiation power. And on top of it, you're just irritating them. Alright, so here's my point. How would you like it if you could walk up to the Ferrari dealership and you have $150 million in your fucking bank account. Just your checking and your savings, you got another $300 million. Now you're coming from a position of power. You know you can buy that car, the sticker price right now, the way it is. But you can also negotiate saying, yeah, I've got this money, but I don't know if I want to buy this car for that much. Now you can start to negotiate from a position of power. Because now they know, like, oh shit, this guy has what I want. And that, my friends, is what the fuck I'm talking about. There's one thing that women want more than anything in the fucking world, more than money, more than a car, more than a fucking flower, more than a fucking expensive dinner. There's one thing and one thing only. It's called emotional fulfillment. If you can learn how to open up to the right side of your brain and learn how to process information in this way, body language, communication, etc., her fucking mating system goes fucking bonkers. You want to know what it's like? It's like a fucking 13, 15-year-old teenage fucking boy looking at a porno for the first time in his fucking life. It's gonna make him go fucking nuts. Just like it will her. There's something that women want so fucking badly. If you learn how to do this and give it to her, now you literally have the power. You literally take back all that power that men have had over the thousands and thousands of years. But without it, well, you're pretty much shit out of luck. So my question is, do you have what she wants? Nope, you don't. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a famous actor. I don't care if you're Tiger Woods. I don't care if you're fucking anybody. You simply flat out don't have what she wants or needs. Alright, so let's get back to this story of this girl on this show. It's not this lady, by the way. And so she says to the podcast guy, like, well, you know, women want to be independent, etc., etc. And so he goes, well, do you think that's attractive to men? And she goes, well, of course it is. And he goes, no, it's not. We are not attracted to women that want their independence. In fact, it pretty much turns us off. And she says, no, that's not true. He's like, yeah, it is true. All right, so look at it like this. Do you think a woman is attracted to a man who is dependent on her, who is literally dependent on her and other people to survive in this world? No, of course not. That's a fucking turn off. She wants a man who can think for himself, who can make his own money, who can get his shit done, who can buy his own house, who can pay his own bills. That's what she's looking for. Now, because this is her attraction strategy, she projects it onto men. Go, well, men want me to be independent. Because on this podcast, she's like, well, do you really think it's a good idea to get your master's degree and make $200,000 a year? And honestly, even from my perspective, I'm kind of looking at like, well, yeah, I mean, what the fuck? Like, why wouldn't you want to get your master's degree and make $200,000 a year? That's just a fucking stupid thing to say to anybody. No, it's better to be fucking hopeless, helpless, fucking dirt, fucking poor and homeless, and that's a good way to go through life. That's the dumbest fucking thing. Now, why are these podcasters saying stupid shit like this? Because they have no power. They're coming from a place of powerlessness. They have nothing to negotiate. They have nothing to bargain with. They have nothing to offer. And that's really what it comes down. Do you have what she wants? Yes or no? Answer is no, you fucking don't. I mean, what these guys are literally saying live on these podcasts is give up your job, give up your career, quit college, don't get a fucking master's degree, don't have any potential to make more money than me because I need you to be desperate and dependent upon me so I get to make the rules and therefore you're going to stick with me through a long-term marriage. I mean, dude, that is like the dumbest fucking strategy. My point is women are not falling for this bullshit. I mean, that guys, seriously, that'd be like me going to you like, hey man, why don't you give up your $200,000 a year job and why don't you go work at the fucking gas station as a cashier so I can control you and you'll be dependent on me. That is fucking stupid. See, essentially what they're just admitting is I have no power when it comes to dating, relationships, and sex anymore because women aren't dependent on me financially or physically, so I don't have anything to bring to the fucking table. I don't have what she truly fucking wants. And you know what, guys? Again, women are not falling for this bullshit. So the thing about it is like, what these guys are trying to do is they're trying to get to go back in time. They're trying to make women go back to the way it was, where they're desperate and helpless. Your master's degree is not attractive. Your $200,000 a year is not attractive. Bullshit, dude. I want a woman who makes some fucking bank. Hell fucking yeah. Do you know why I say that? Because I have what she wants. She wants to connect with you on a deeper, more mentally stimulating and emotionally fulfilling level. Now, if you just listen to those words and were like, what the fuck's this guy talking about? You better take the fucking course, because this is everything a woman wants from a man in a relationship. It's the whole fucking reason why she gets into a relationship, and men have zero clue what the fuck this is. Do you want to be a champion? That's what I'm talking about, you know? Honestly, guys, with all joking aside, this will put a form of power into your hands that affects every single area of your life, from dating, relationship, picking up on women, having a happy wife, happy life, happy marriage. It also applies to business and sales effectively. I've had businessmen call me back months later, go, hey man, I'm actually applying this to my sales. I've increased my sales by more than 10%. I'm like, yeah, because this is what influence is. Hey, this is Mike Kollin, your master guru, master teacher, and master trainer. I'll see you guys next video. Remember, click the subscribe button, click like. I'm going to break this down eventually into some techniques that you can learn and use now. These will not be the power techniques that I teach in the Crack the Female Code course only, but they will open your eyes up quite a bit. Remember, click the like button, make a comment. See you guys next video. And remember, buy my book, Crack the Female Code, right now. Go to crackthefemalecode.com.